Good morning, everyone. Or it could be afternoon or evening where you are, but it's morning for me. I'm going to share with you my latest purchase of, these are Deep Light watercolours. I don't have any other of their watercolours. These are new to me. They're handmade watercolours, and I actually bought what's called the Beetle sketchbook and 6 half pans as a set. So I will put the link to where I got that set from down below in the description. They very kindly also sent me some dot cards to showcase some of their other colours, things that I might want later on. This is 100% cotton, this sketchbook, and I just love this hand-painted beetle on the front. It's glorious. You can see that it's handmade. Look at all the stitching there. It's got quite a tough front cover, and same on the back, quite a tough back cover. And these pages are just so artistic-y, whatever you want to call it. And you can feel that it reminds me very much of caddy paper. That's what I would say that it's kind of like. So I'm going to swatch out the colour dots and these new 6 half pans in this new sketchbook to see what it's like. I think that this would make quite a nice Christmas present for someone that you know that's quite arty. So I'm going to start by doing, if I do it like that, we can get down lower, can't we? There we go. I'm going to start by doing these colour dots. So we're going to start with gold ochre. And I am just having to work them a little bit but I think it's lovely to have something special. Handmade paints can really feel very special. We'll just let that water down a bit. Okay, there's our gold ochre. Now we've got juniper. So let's try and get quite a bit of water on that. If I hold it over here, then it might still be in shot. So this is juniper. This looks like it's going to be a lovely colour. So let's see what juniper is like. I might not have left myself a great deal of room to swatch these in. And then we'll add some water to that. There we go. That is in fact those two colours go really nicely. What have we got next? Something called tough volcanic ash. So let's see what you're like. Well, we will see what that's like. Let's just let that move a bit better, like so. What have we got next? Something called Dragonfly. I think I might have ordered this in my set of 6. So with the sketchbook, you could choose 6 half pans, or you could have what they call their Baltic Meadow set. So you could just have that set with it. I chose the 6 colours that I wanted. Oh, Dragonfly is pretty. In fact, I'm loving all of these colours together at the minute. I think that's a really nice palette, those 4 at the top. Next, we've got Forget Me Not. Forget Me Nots are such a lovely, pretty blue, aren't they? Let's see what this one's like. Trying to make sure that I load my brush with plenty of paint. Oh, that is pretty. Okay, followed by Cobalt Blue. I am a fan of a Cobalt Blue. I always used ultramarine, and I know it is a kind of a staple on most palettes, and I know people are sometimes worried about the cobalts, but I can't help it. I just love a good Cobalt Blue. I think it mixes well with burnt sienna to make some lovely kind of greys. That's pretty. That's a very nice Cobalt Blue. Right, the next one is called Asphalt. Asphalt. I guess that's like the stuff they have on tennis courts and things like that. So I'm thinking it must be a sort of a greyish. Oh, might have a purpley tinge to it. Yeah, it's the kind of stuff you see in playgrounds, isn't it, I think? Asphalt. Let's have a look. Oh, that's an interesting colour. I like it. Then we have Night Strawberry. Not strawberry, raspberry. Night Raspberry. Okay. Are they different to daytime raspberries, do you think? I don't know. This has obviously got some blue in it. I can see the blue coming out. Right, okay. Oh. That is lovely. And finally, mulberry, or it might be midberry. I couldn't quite, I'm putting it as mulberry. I couldn't quite read this one. Oh, this looks like it might be a stunning colour. Wow. Wow. Aren't they glorious? So, I will bring these up closer. We have our gold ochre. We have our juniper. Tough volcanic ash. Dragonfly. forget-me-not is really pretty. What a pretty colour. And that cobalt blue just zings. I like asphalt. I think that is a purpley browny, very nice colour. So is night raspberry. So is I actually like them all. Oh, I'm going to be very tempted to get more, but not this side of Christmas, I don't think. So what I'm going to do is just pause and dry these, bring them up as dry, and then we will swatch the 6 half pans that I bought that were part of the set with the sketchbook. Here we go then. They are now dry. So you can see those now that they're dry. I mean, they are beautiful colours, I have to say. So moving on, I'm now going to swatch out the, let's move this over a bit, the half pans, and the colours that I got. The first one is called Bent Grass. Let's hope I can open these. There we go. I always think it's like opening sweeties, isn't it? Oh. Oh, that's good, isn't it? They put a little like sticky thing on the back there. I wonder if you can use that. Oh, let me see. Does it separate? So that you can stick them to something. Well, if it does, it's really hard to do. I don't think we'll bother with that. I will find some magnets later. Right, let's have a go at Bent Grass. This is re-wetting really nicely, look. So, Bent Grass. There we go. I will place those in the right order and let them dry off before I stick them down. Masher's Green. So let's see, let's move my paper out of the way. I think they've just put these little bits of paper on to protect the paint. Right, let's just get some water on here, because I haven't done what they've said, have I? And pre-wet them. But look, can you see these are actually re-wetting really easily. Oh wow, look at Masher's Green. That is very pretty. Going into a yellow there. And I have a feeling when this dries, we will see some nice granulation. The next one is called Mother Earth. So let's unwrap Mother Earth. I mean, they've been very, very carefully packaged. Another one that's, it really is re-wetting beautifully. They do feel rather creamy and nice. Oh, oh wow. There we go, that's Mother Earth. Then we have the Dragonfly Blue, which I have already swatched, but I'll do it again for my own records. Yes, that was one of the ones that we had as a dot sent through. Yeah, these little bits on here have been done just to protect the paint in transit by the looks of it. Oh, that'll come off. Right, Dragonfly Blue, which actually looks pretty green. There we have Dragonfly Blue. Then we've got Burnt Sienna. So far, all of them just re-wet. I haven't had to pre-wet these at all. Burnt Sienna is another one that I never used to like, but now I see the use of it and how it's so good in many mixes, as well as being a nice colour on its own. Okay, then we have Caput Mortem. So you can see that this is really a kind of a landscapey set of colours that I've picked. There we go. So I'll bring them up, dry them and bring them up again. So there we have Bent Grass. Oh, look at that Masher's Green. That's glorious. Mother Earth, which is, it's like a very dark, deep indigo, actually. And I love a good indigo. Dragonfly Blue, which is splendid. Kingfisher Blue, you might even call it. Burnt Sienna, which is beautiful. And then look at that rich Caput Mortem. But let's dry them and see if anything else happens. Okay, these are now dry. So let's have a much closer look. I think this paper is rather lovely. Masher's Green. Mother Earth, look at that. Dragonfly Blue, Burnt Sienna, and just look at Caput Mortem. That is really beautiful. I am very happy with these colours. I can see that they're going to be beautiful. I'm just going to do one of my puddles, as I call it, over here, just to see how they all mix and mingle. As a final thing. So let's just get some of this down. And perhaps we'll add a bit of bent grass and see what happens. I like to do this to see, you know, am I going to get mud, or will I be able to use these and let them mingle nicely on the page. I also want to see the colours up against each other. Okay. Oh, it's a really strong colour, this Caput Mortem. Wow, that is strong. Okay, making a nice mess now. Let's get some splats going on. Wow, I think that might be okay. Let's just wipe my hands. Right, let's just bring this up. And I think, like, can you see it's all moving? But it's actually doing nice things. We're getting some different greens there. I'm loving what's going on down here, which was the asphalt and the Caput Mortem. Just here, this is glorious. But obviously Dragonfly and Masher's Green are working out nicely. Our browns are just going to complement each other. Asphalt and Dragonfly Blue there. We've got a little bit of that going on. We've got the Dragonfly Blue and the Caput Mortem again there. But yeah, I am thinking, I mean, obviously that's very wet, but I think it's quite a nice idea if you're going to use colours together and you don't want to get mud, then play about with a splotch like this. It also then gives you something to go by if you want to match up some colour pencils or coloured marker pens or something along those lines. Yeah, it's really quite a fun little thing to do. I'm going to dry this, bring it back up, and then that will be it for today. So let me just dry this. Here we are then. This is now dry, and just look at all of that. There is such lovely granulation going on. Texture. The paper helps because the paper has got texture to it. In fact, as I bring this closer, you can see the texture in the paper coming through just there. But look at all of that. And although I haven't actually got a red in this set, I mean, I've got a sort of a yellowy green, I suppose, and I've got a couple of blues with the Mother Earth and the dragonfly, but there is no red, being our yellow, blue and red being our primaries. But in actual fact, you can see that with the Caput Mortem, because it has got that kind of reddy purpley tinge, it's working out really nicely. I'm not sure if the camera's showing this that well, but just here it actually looks, and over here, to me in real life, it's actually looking as though it really does have that reddy tinge to it. So there we go. This is, I think, a beautiful present to give to somebody. It came all obviously wrapped in its packaging. This cotton sketchbook, handmade, and then your set of 6 half-pan watercolours that you get to choose which ones you want, or you can go with the set that they suggest. I think that any artist would be really happy to receive that for a present for a birthday or for Christmas. So I will put a link to the website, and yes, I think it's rather lovely that they send little colour dots, because it means that you can think about what colours you might want next. So one of my next videos coming up, maybe even the next one, I'm going to have lots of suggestions with all sorts of varying prices, from sort of, you know, under a £5 to going up to sort of £50–60. Probably nothing much more than that, although I think this probably was this set. But yeah, lots of Christmas or birthday ideas for someone that you know that is really into their watercolours and art and coloured pencils, etc. So look out for that sort of gift ideas video coming up soon. Have a lovely morning, afternoon or evening. Take care everyone, and don't forget to subscribe.